Kentucky's abortion ban currently remains blocked by a restraining order.
However, depending on what happens in court, that order could be lifted. If that happens, abortion will only be allowed in cases where a woman's life is at risk. Some worry that could lead to prosecutors questioning a doctor's medical judgment. But one legal expert believes that there's legal protection for doctors in that situation. LEX 18's political reporter Carolina Buchek has the story.
And I'm trying to accommodate the urgency of it.
Before a Kentucky court issued a temporary restraining order, Kentucky's abortion ban went into effect when Roe v. Wade was overturned. Hands off our bodies! Kentucky's ban does not allow any exceptions for rape or incest. It only allows abortion if the woman's life is at risk. So that is ultimately a decision that's made by doctors. But if a doctor is accused of giving an abortion outside of that reason, the doctor could face charges. And there has been some concern expressed over that. So LEX 18 turned to a legal expert.
Let's be mindful of the actual text of the statute, and the actual text of the statute is fairly precise.
University of Kentucky law professor Paul Salamanca recommends doctors check in with their lawyers, but he believes the text of the ban protects a doctor's reasonable judgment. So if a doctor believes an abortion is needed to save a woman's life, that medical judgment should be protected.
If you can cross these T's and dot these I's, you're protected by the statute.
And doctors also have a legal tool called the rule of lenity in their favor. If there's ambiguity within a law, that works in the favor of the accused. In this case, that's in the favor of the doctor.
So if there's any ambiguity about what physical condition means or what threat to the life means, at least the argument would be there for attorneys to make that that ambiguity should be construed in favor of the physician.
In Lexington, Carolina Buchek, LEX 18 News.